Hey, hey, hey. You all right? No, no, you're not all right. Here, hold on to me. I got just the place for you. I'm gonna take you to a clubhouse and get you a meeting and get you some people to help you out. All right, ready? Here we go. You're gonna walk up. Whoa, hey! You're gonna walk up the stairs. Go to the third floor.
Loved how the story unfolded, being introduced to this wild variety of characters entwining, the vibrancy of New York, just all of these souls kind of wandering and bumping into each other, even for just a short time. There's something really sweet and deeply felt about the sharing of stories and strangers becoming close. I thought with our lead actor, I thought he was so playful and fun and vibrant on stage. I thought the dialogue between both of them was very good. Only points where I kind of checked out a little bit is when he would talk to himself or narrate his own actions. I didn't know if it felt the most authentic, but then it really grew on me because, of course, he's living in a play. He's living where he is the star. And it really tied into those brilliant speckling of old Hollywood and gay icon imagery throughout, which was delightful to look at. And we got that fun in the conversations, and we could see why they really were drawn to one another. But it was also deeply political and a global look at injustices and safety in just trying to live your own truth and to follow your own heart in what feels authentic. So I thought it was a really poignant piece and kind of unlike anything I've seen before.
To be a really beautiful love story. It starts out with this meet cute and it being a very innocent interaction between Ezra and Ramsey's taxi. And then the threat of what Ramsey might be involved in and how that constricts the ways that they can interact definitely looms over their relationship. And I think that despite that, there's a lot of levity because Ezra is such a strong and joyous personality to have on screen. And for Ramsey, this is something new that he is exploring, and the excitement of that is palpable. And I think that in the end, what's beautiful about this film is how they're able to be so different and come from such different experiences and yet wholly accept one another for who the other person
My Eyes
is.
was a longer short film. It spanned about 55 minutes, I think, but they were able to pack a lot of story into that time, which was really impressive. I really liked the charisma of the main character. He's just fantastic to look at, and he absolutely chews each scene he's in. He's a really colorful character with a lot of obstacles that he's clearly overcome in the past, and he's just looking for someone to see him on his level. I really liked his counterpart, Ramsey. The actor that played him was fantastic. He created a very sympathetic and layered character that clearly had a lot going on behind the scenes that he wasn't willing to share. What I liked about this film was that it really tried to communicate that just because you are a, youngish queer person doesn't mean you have the same path or the same experience as any other queer person. Ramsey is so different from the other characters in the story, but his experiences and his feelings are just as valid, and the way he asks for respect is really admirable. It leaves a lot of questions, but I think that that's fair for the kind of story that they were trying to tell.
It's the concept, the idea of two gay men from different worlds trying to figure it out. That romantic relationship and figuring that out amongst the larger, socio-political context is fascinating and also unique and an aspect of a romance film that I've never seen before. That's unique, and I really like that. really strong writing, really pointed writing, very specifically like directed writing, which I thought was really good. Also, which I really did narratively is like have me asking the question of what's up with this guy, with Rimsey, the whole film, and that kept me intrigued the whole film. This major dramatic question, which is a really good narrative technique that y'all pulled off well. So overall, really good job.
Centers on two incredible performances by its male leads. Their chemistry with each other is impeccable, and the script and story really hinge on that. So it's great that they do, because this film is really a collection of scenes of their relationship, its evolution, its breaking down, its building back up again. Yes, we have some lovely moments with the side characters, his sponsors and stuff, but it really centers mainly on their relationship and the two very different cultural worlds that they come from, and the love that stems from that, and the heartache that stems from that, the difficulty to separate who one wants to be to who one truly is. It's a miraculous film that has so much heart and lightness to it as well. There's so much genuine humor infused in it, so that even when things get really difficult and hard for the characters, we can still smile and laugh and feel connected to them in a meaningful way.
I really liked both of the leading actors. They had a nice rapport between the two of them. I believed that this was a budding relationship. The one actor had an amazing voice. Anytime he broke into song, his vocals were really stellar. I also loved all of the camera angles in the taxi cab. I thought doing the rearview mirror angle and the way that everything was lit, it was just done really, really nicely. All of the sound was very balanced. There was one moment in the beginning where I just think that the opening song could have been faded out a little bit sooner. But other than that, the sound was fantastic. I liked the way story-wise they kind of had this mystery about Ramses, and is he innocent? Is this just a kind of, because he's foreign, he's new to America and doesn't know the ways, or is it something a little bit more nefarious that's going on with him, and kind of how that takes you on this journey with the leading man, wondering what Ramses is keeping from him, because we all kind of felt the same way, like there's something else going on with him. So I thought that that was very smart. I had a little bit of trouble understanding certain passages of time, like how much time had gone by, but it took me a moment, and then I realized, oh, okay, your leading man had given you clues about Thanksgiving, and then you see Christmas, and so you do have certain passages of time that are going by. All in all, I thought this was really well done.
I really enjoyed a lot of things about this. I liked how they kind of showed and tracked the progression of the relationship, and you could see how things were changing and the dynamic and how it was expanding without it explicitly being said, just by how they were interacting and even how they were dressing and interacting with other people, like how their relationship had kind of settled them a little more in their own level of comfort. So I thought that that was really interesting and a really beautiful way to kind of show and express that, but also being able to show that what someone's idea of a relationship, either they're like red flags or they're deal breakers or what they think a relationship should look like or what steps you should be taking in a relationship, doesn't matter to anybody else except for who's in the relationship. And if it works for them, then it works for them. And whatever a level or final step kind of proves that idea, that's what really matters. And if it works for you and the other person, then nothing else beyond that should matter. And so I thought this was a really nice way of kind of expressing that and showing.
Wow. This was intense. Really, really incredible film. I loved that you tackled this topic. It's not talked about very much. Middle Eastern culture does not embrace the gay community in the way that others do. And this was awesome, I have to say. I just really, I loved how you presented all of the characters. Everyone was unique, and everyone was wonderfully portrayed. The actors were spectacular, like really, really good. So, like, casting director gets a thumbs up from me. The director did an amazing job. So did the editor. I really enjoyed the editing of this film. I like the locations. They actually fit the bill perfectly. And I thought the writing was outstanding. It really did show the PTSD, the how scared people can be, and it's really touching and moving and scary, and it's still hard to believe that we're living in a world where this can happen even now. It's frightening, and I'm really glad that you made this movie. It's important. It's an important film. People need to see it. So congratulations. It's really, really well done.